The mask comes off. The arena explodes. And in that single, bone-chilling moment, everything we thought we knew about loyalty, brotherhood, and trust in professional wrestling just got shattered into a million pieces. What you're about to witness is not just a reveal. This is a betrayal that will echo through the halls of WWE history forever. This is the moment that changes everything. You felt it at the Royal Rumble, didn't you? That sickening thud when Braun Breaker hit the floor before the match even started. The confusion. The anger. The questions that kept you up at night. Who would do this? Who had the audacity, the calculated cruelty, to ambush one of the most dominant forces in WWE? Well, my friends, on Monday Night Raw, the truth came crawling out of the shadows, and I promise you, you are not ready for this. But before we dive into the chaos, before we relive every gut-wrenching second of the story, I need you to do something for me. If you're new to SLAMZONE, if you've been watching from the sidelines, this is your moment to become part of something bigger. Hit that subscribe button right now. Because this family, this community we're building, we don't just watch wrestling, we feel it, we live it, we break it down together. And when moments like this happen, moments that shake the foundation of this industry, we need to be here for each other. So subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and let's experience this journey together. Because what happened on Raw, what I'm about to show you, this isn't just another wrestling angle. This is personal. Let's rewind the clock. Royal Rumble 2026. Indianapolis is electric. 30 superstars, one match, one dream. The crowd is on their feet, the countdown begins, and you can feel the anticipation building like a pressure cooker ready to explode. Braun Breaker, the Intercontinental Champion, the absolute wrecking machine who has bulldozed through everyone in his path, is set to enter this war. This man is not just a competitor. He's a statement. Every spear, every powerhouse move, every single time he steps between those ropes, he reminds you why they call him the next big thing. But then it happens. Backstage. The cameras catch it. A figure in black, moving with purpose, with rage, with intention. And before Braun can even make his entrance, before he can hear his music hit, before he can step into that rumble and claim his destiny, he's blindsided. A brutal, vicious attack. Steel meets flesh. Bodies crash into equipment. And Braun Breaker, the unstoppable force, is left laying in a heap of broken dreams and shattered pride. The attacker? Masked. Concealed. A ghost in the machine. And just like that, he vanishes into the crowd of chaos, leaving Braun to be dragged to the ring by officials who have no idea what just transpired. The rumble continues, but Braun is a shell of himself. He stumbles into the ring, barely conscious, and within seconds, he's tossed over the top rope like yesterday's trash. Eliminated. Humiliated. Destroyed. And for weeks, we've been asking the same question. Who? Who would dare? Who had the motive? Who had the guts to attack a man like Braun Breaker in his biggest moment? The theories were everywhere. Was it a rival from NXT seeking revenge? Was it someone Braun wronged on his meteoric rise to the top? Was it jealousy? Was it strategy? Was it personal? Monday Night Raw. February 2nd, 2026. The air in that arena is different tonight. You can sense it from the opening bell. Triple H promised answers. The WWE Universe demanded justice. And Braun Breaker, you could see it in his eyes, he wanted blood. The show opens and the tension is suffocating. Every segment feels like a ticking time bomb. The crowd is restless, chanting for the truth, chanting for the reveal. And then, about an hour into the broadcast, the lights dim. The screen flickers. And there he is. Braun Breaker, standing in the ring, microphone in hand, shoulders tense, jaw clenched, and rage radiating from every fiber of his being. He speaks. His voice is low, controlled, but you can hear the fury bubbling just beneath the surface. He talks about respect, about earning your spot, about looking a man in the eye when you have a problem. He tells the world that whoever attacked him is a coward, that they took the easy way out, that they robbed him of his opportunity, but they won't rob him of his revenge. And then he issues the challenge. Come out. Face me. Show yourself. The crowd is deafening now. Every eye is on that entrance ramp. The anticipation is unbearable. Seconds feel like hours. And then, the music hits. But it's not what anyone expected. It's not some unknown upstart. It's not a returning legend from the past. It's a theme that's been playing every single week. A theme that's familiar. A theme that belongs to someone we've seen stand side by side with Braun Breaker himself. And that's when Austin Theory walks out. But he's not alone. He's flanked by security, by officials, and there's something different about him. There's a smirk on his face, but behind it, you see calculation. You see someone who's been planning this for longer than we realize. He's wearing a shirt that says A-Town Down, and in his hand, he's holding something. A mask. The mask. The same black mask the attacker wore at the Royal Rumble. The arena erupts. Not in cheers. In shock. In confusion. in absolute disbelief. Because Austin Theory and Bron Breakker, they weren't enemies, they were allies. They came up through the ranks together, they trained together, they bled together. This wasn't just an attack. This was a betrayal of the highest order. This was Brutus stabbing Caesar. This was family turning on family. Bron's face says it all. The confusion melts into realization, and realization burns into pure, unfiltered rage. He charges toward the ropes, screaming at Theory to get in the ring, to explain himself, to fight like a man. But Theory just stands there, mic in hand, and he starts to speak. And this is where it gets personal. Theory's voice is calm, almost eerily so. He tells Bron that he's tired of living in his shadow, tired of being the sidekick, tired of watching Bron get all the opportunities, all the praise, all the glory while he's left to pick up the scraps. He talks about how they came up together, but only one of them was chosen. Only one of them was pushed. Only one of them was called the future. The crowd is split now. Some are booing Theory out of the building. Others, you can hear them starting to understand, starting to see his point. Because Theory isn't wrong about one thing. Bron Breakker has been given every opportunity. And Theory, despite his talent, despite his potential, has been spinning his wheels. But here's where Theory crosses the line. He says that at the Royal Rumble, he didn't just attack Bron to take him out of the match. He did it to prove a point. To show the world that Bron Breakker isn't invincible. To show management that maybe they've been betting on the wrong horse. And most cutting of all, he says that Bron needed him. That without Theory watching his back, without Theory being the safety net, Bron would have crumbled a long time ago. If you've been riding with SLAMZONE, if you've been part of this journey with us, then you know this is exactly the kind of moment we live for. The raw emotion, the real stakes, the storytelling that transcends the ring and hits you right in the gut. And if you haven't subscribed yet, if you're still on the fence, let me tell you something from the heart. This channel isn't just about highlights and hot takes. We're a family here. We break down every twist, every turn, every moment that matters. So do me a favor. Hit that like button right now. Smash that subscribe button. And turn on those notifications because you do not want to miss what's coming next. Trust me, this story is just getting started. Back in the ring, Bron has heard enough. He rolls out, storms up the ramp, and security barely holds him back. Theory drops the mic and backs away, still smirking, still playing the psychological game. But you can see in his eyes, he knows what he's unleashed. He knows that Bron Breakker is coming for him, and when that reckoning arrives, there will be no place to hide. The two men lock eyes from across the stage. The crowd is absolutely losing their minds. Chants of "let them fight" echo through the arena. And for a moment, just a brief, electric moment, it looks like security is going to lose control. It looks like these two are going to tear each other apart right there on the stage. But then Triple H's music hits. The boss walks out, and he's not happy. He gets between them, mic in hand, and he lays down the law. He tells them both that this ends one way and one way only. In the ring. At the next pay-per-view. One-on-one. No excuses. No interference. And the stakes? The Intercontinental Championship. Bronze title. Theory's obsession. The place goes nuclear. Because now it's official. Now it's real. The betrayer versus the betrayed. The student versus the rival. And everything, all the history, all the pain, all the rage, it's going to explode in one match. But here's the thing that makes this so much deeper, so much more emotional than just another feud. These guys have history. Real history. They came up in NXT together during one of the most competitive eras in that brand's existence. They pushed each other in the gym. They rode together on the road. Theory was there when Bron won his first championship. Bron was there when Theory had his breakout moment. They celebrated together. They struggled together. And now, all of that is ashes. As Raw goes to commercial, the cameras stay on both men. Bron, being held back by a wall of security, eyes blazing with the promise of violence. Theory, backing up the ramp, mask still in hand, that smirk never leaving his face, but you can see the flicker of doubt. The question of whether he just made the biggest mistake of his career. When we come back from break, the entire landscape of Monday Night Raw has shifted. Superstars backstage are being interviewed about the reveal. Some, like Seth Rollins, talk about understanding the pressure of living up to expectations, of being in someone's shadow. Others, like Damian Priest, call Theory a coward who doesn't deserve to even be in the same ring as Bron. The locker room is divided. And that's when you realize, this isn't just about two guys. This is about a philosophy. About how you earn respect in this business. Later in the night, we get a backstage segment. Theory is in his locker room, and he's not alone. There are whispers that he's been talking to someone. Someone who's been advising him. Someone who might have planted the seed for this betrayal weeks, maybe even months ago. The camera tries to catch a glimpse, but before we can see who it is, the door slams shut. Another mystery. Another layer to this story. And that's what makes this so brilliant. This isn't just a one-note betrayal. This is a story with depth, with motivation, with consequences that are going to ripple through WWE for months to come. Because if Theory had help, if someone orchestrated this, then Braun's not just fighting one man, he's fighting a conspiracy. The final segment of Raw brings us back to the ring. A video package plays, showing every moment of Braun and Theory's history. The good times, the brotherhood, the success. And then it shifts. It shows the cracks. The moments where Theory was left behind. The times Braun got the spotlight while Theory stood in the background. It's masterfully edited to make you question everything. To make you wonder if maybe, just maybe, Theory has a point. But then it cuts to the attack. The vicious, cowardly, brutal ambush at the Royal Rumble. And any sympathy you might have had for Theory evaporates. Because no matter what your grievances are, no matter how justified your anger might be, there's a right way and a wrong way. And what Theory did was unforgivable. The show ends with one final confrontation. Braun finds Theory in the parking lot. No cameras were supposed to be there, but one caught it. Braun grabs Theory, slams him against a car, and gets right in his face. He tells him that the Intercontinental Championship means nothing compared to what he's going to do to him. That Theory wanted his attention? He's got it. And he's going to regret it for the rest of his life. Theory, even in that moment, even with Braun's hands around his collar, manages to laugh. He tells Braun, "You still don't get it, do you? I already won. I'm in your head. And at the pay-per-view, I'm taking everything from you." Braun shoves him away, and Theory stumbles but doesn't fall. He straightens his shirt, picks up the mask that fell during the confrontation, and walks away, leaving Braun standing there, fists clenched, breathing heavy, knowing that the next few weeks are going to be the longest of his life. As the camera fades to black, we're left with so many questions. Can Braun keep his emotions in check long enough to retain his title? Does Theory actually have what it takes to back up his words? Who has been helping Theory behind the scenes? And most importantly, what happens when these two finally collide with no barriers between them? This is what wrestling is all about, my friends. This is the storytelling that transcends entertainment and becomes personal. This is why we invest our emotions, our time, our passion into this industry. Because when it's done right, when the betrayal feels real, when the stakes are this high, there's nothing else like it. Before we wrap this up, I need to ask you one more time. If you felt this story the way I felt it, if you're as hyped for this match as I am, then do me a solid. Hit that like button. Share this video with every wrestling fan you know because they need to understand the depth of what just went down. Subscribe to SLAMZONE and become part of this family. We're going to be covering every single development in this feud, every promo, every stare down, every moment until these two finally settle this in the ring. And you're going to want to be here for all of it. This reveal on Monday Night Raw wasn't just about unmasking an attacker. It was about exposing the truth. The truth that success breeds envy. That brotherhood can be poisoned by ambition. That sometimes the people closest to you are the ones with the sharpest knives. Austin Theory made his choice. He chose betrayal over loyalty. He chose shortcuts over respect. And now, Braun Breaker is going to make him pay. The road to their match is going to be intense. It's going to be emotional. And it's going to be must-see television every single week. This is where legends are made. This is where careers are defined. And this is where one man's quest for validation collides head-on with another man's thirst for vengeance. Stay locked into SLAMZONE. Keep the conversation going in the comments. Let me know who you think is going to walk out with that Intercontinental Championship. Are you Team Braun, the wrong champion seeking justice? Or are you Team Theory, the overlooked talent finally taking what he believes is his? There's no wrong answer, only passion. What a moment. What a reveal. What a story. And trust me, we're only just getting started. This is SLAMZONE, and I'll see you in the next breakdown.